We are on episode 11 of Fear Itself. This one is the Spirit Box, and is the third to last episode of the entire series. Unfortunately, the series only got one season. So first things first, we can see that this is a Halloween episode. It features Anna Kendrick, who plays the character Shelby, and Jessica Kennedy, who plays the character Becca. And these two girls want to have a fun Halloween, so they decide to do a seance and use a Ouija board, because of course, that's what everyone does for a fun Halloween. They also mentioned that Becca is going to be moving to Taiwan very soon. Seems kind of random, but it actually does play into the episode later. And they're dropping little hints, especially if you look at their costumes. Anna's dressed up as a witch, and Jessica's dressed up as an angel. Are these random costumes they just came up with to make them look hot? Probably. But also there is a reason that specifically Becca's dressed up as an angel.
Oh, shut up. Don't pretend you haven't noticed how he looks at you. He wants to write a paper on your girl parts. That is like beyond revolting. Running around naked in the woods, celebrating our womanliness.
So Shelby and Becca create this spirit box, which looks exactly like a Ouija board. In fact, it pretty much is a Ouija board. But they created it out of a pizza box, and they used their flip phone. This was 2008. Their flip phone to contact the spirits. And they contact the spirit of a classmate that died, Michelle. Apparently, Shelby's mother also tragically died. Shelby's mother tragically died, and now this classmate driving her car into a lake and drowning. Something is amiss. And they put out a little bit of a red herring with this creepy teacher by the name of Mr. Drake, who's their gym teacher, who takes a liking to Anna Kendrick and always wants to help her and hold her hand very uncomfortably and tell her she's beautiful. Is Mr. Drake the killer? Spirit Box reminds me of those old paper fortune teller things we had in like elementary school that the girls played with. We have a good setup so far. They're contacting the spirit through the Spirit Box, and Becca gets the idea that maybe actually Michelle did not commit suicide and drive her car into the lake intentionally, but actually was murdered. She sent a suicide note to everyone through text message right before she died, and Becca finds this suspicious. So they're going to crack the code. They're going to figure out, was this girl actually murdered? These two seniors are on it.
Look, spirits, it's getting late and I have to pee. So if you're gonna say something, you better say it. If you're not gonna be serious with me. Uh-huh. You didn't move it, did you? No, you swear. Oh my god, Emily. As in Emily D'Angelo. But how do we know it's not someone pretending to be Emily, you know, like in an internet chat room? Are you trying to tell us you didn't kill yourself, Emily? Tell us who murdered you, Emily. Question is, why take sleeping pills and booze if you're already planning on drowning yourself? Because you're really determined? Or because someone's making sure you don't put up a fight as he pushes your car in the water? Oh, God. Yeah.
Shelby gets another meeting from the creepy gym teacher, Mr. Drake, who tells her that she looks just like her mother, the mother that tragically died. And actually, Mr. Drake went to school with her mother, and Shelby looks so much like her, and wow, she's so pretty. Anna Kendrick does her usual awkward cute girl, where she looks around, goes, okay, I guess I gotta get to class now.
Thanks.
She was very beautiful. Your mom.
In fact, both these actresses play their role well. Shelby's the more awkward but brainier of the two, actually trying to figure out this crime and going through the pharmacy and the library to figure it out. And Becca's the more outgoing, sarcastic one, who might have a little bit of a dark side. Shelby is also on the swim team, and we get several scenes of her swimming alone at the pool in school, training for her swim meet. She keeps having odd things happen at this pool. Something will tap her on the shoulder, grab her ankle. We are led to believe this is a spirit that's trying to contact her, possibly the spirit of Emily that they talk to briefly with their spirit box. Shelby doesn't have the best home life either. Her father is a cop, but he's gone a lot, and apparently spends a lot of time with his sister-in-law, doing stuff that makes Shelby uncomfortable. So far they're doing a good job of setting up the story. They're actually giving a couple possible villains. You have the gym teacher, you have Shelby's father. Pretty much every guy we meet in this episode tends to be a bit of a scumbag, but this does make sense later on. So we have those two possible perpetrators. We have the possibility that this that this high school student Emily actually did kill herself, or maybe she was murdered, or the possibility that maybe it was like either Shelby or Becca, but it definitely couldn't be Becca. Look at her in her cute little angel costume. So with a lot of short scenes, they're actually building up a good story where you don't exactly know where it's going, and they can go a couple different directions and it would still make complete sense. You can watch all 13 episodes of Fear Itself for free, legally, on YouTube, under the YouTube Movies and TV channel, or you just type in Fear Itself, the Spirit Box, and go to the YouTube one. And unfortunately, Spirit Box was part of the 5 episodes that never actually aired on NBC. So I can say with complete confidence, basically nobody has seen this episode. Didn't even air on TV. You had to either get the DVD or stream it. They decided to try the Spirit Box another time, and this time Emily, the ghost, tells them that it was their creepy teacher, Mr. Jake, the gym teacher that wants Anna Kendrick, who actually killed her. She was having an affair with Mr. Drake, and Mr. Drake's married, and she had to silence her and get rid of her. So, Emily did not commit suicide. Mr. Drake killed her. So the two girls hatch a plot to break into his house. And so far, I think this episode's really good. It has intrigue. It has drama. It has suspense. It's well shot. It's pleasant to look at. And we have a couple different people that could be this murderer.
What about the nightstand?
I already looked. Becca?
Oh.
You.
The guys at school don't even notice me. They look at me like I'm some kind of plant life. Shelby?
The police are on the way. Go sit down on the steps and wait for them, okay?
So we get kind of a false ending. It seems like this is where the episode would end. Mr. Drake is dead, and everything seems okay. However, we have a few more minutes left, and Becca has finally moved to Taiwan. So we get a scene of her living in Taiwan, and somehow speaking fluent Taiwanese. How did she learn that? And Shelby realizes that the grave of the girl that they thought Mr. Drake killed is actually empty. She wasn't buried at all in the cemetery, and this is a false grave. So she goes to Becca to get some answers, and we get the real villain of the episode. This devil, not angel, Becca. She was behind it all. And I love it when they do this in series. They actually explain every part of it, of how she set up the entire thing. And you can rewatch it and find out that, yeah, she did set up the entire thing. From the planting the evidence in Mr. Drake's house, to her being the one that was in the car with Emily and then pushing that car into the lake, from her following around Shelby in this mask that they find. So it wraps up pretty nicely. But there is a few things that have happened during this episode. Specifically, when Shelby was swimming, there were some hands kind of trying to grab at her, and some other mysterious forces she saw that really can't be explained, even by Becca herself.
Mr. Drake didn't kill Emily. You did.
You were the one who took her to the river. You were the one who texted that suicide note from her phone and freaking me out when I was swimming.
Whoa, that wasn't me.
You can use the spirit box to contact your mom.
I forgot, that was actually me all along too.
You're sick.
And you might want to go online and look up
Extradition treaties. I think you'll find that Taiwan doesn't have any with the U.S.
I have to factually check this. Actually, the extradition, that is not the way extradition works. This is something a lot of TV shows play on, the extradition. Indonesia doesn't have extradition with the United States. So you just kill someone and go to Indonesia, right? Wrong. It's harder, but no, that's not the way it works. They, believe it or not, the cops, the FBI, have figured this out a little bit. That if you just allow people to just murder a bunch of people and fly to another country, that sets a pretty bad precedent. Also, why the hell would this country want some mass murderer living there? So no. I'll have a mobster, Michael Franchise, on Vlad TV explain this. And since Vlad TV is wild on copyright, here's a picture of a pink bunny. And I changed their voices a little bit.
To the airport, he was arrested in the vicinity of the airport of the Italian flight. Now, here's the thing. Just because a country doesn't have A two-way extradition policy with America doesn't mean they won't extradite you.
Let me verify that for you. In my case, my co-defendant went to Panama. There was no extradition between Panama and the United States, right? Yeah. Thought he was safe there. What would they do? The feds went in the middle of the night and kidnapped him and brought him to Florida. If they want you, they're going to get you. This non-extradition thing is all nonsense. If they want you, they'll figure it out. The United States is going to get you if they want you, period. I believe that. So you're not safe anywhere. If you're known to be someplace and they know you're there, you're not safe anywhere. Unless maybe it's Russia. They'll be...
Why? Why did you do it?
Because he was mine first.
I give Spirit Box a solid 8. I like this episode a lot, and I think I've explained why. The episode was directed by Rob Schmidt, who is best known for directing the Wrong Turn movie, the 2003 Wrong Turn movie, the first one. That was the only one he was involved in. Apparently the series went a little buck wild after that. I read some reviews on some of the later ones, and wow. Main character Shelby was played by the adorable Anna Kendrick, who had just come off of Twilight, where she played the character Jessica. And this was right kind of at the beginning of her career, when she was 23 years old. She's then starred in every single Twilight movie: New Moon, Eclipse, Breaking Dawn Part 1, Breaking Dawn Part 2. She did Last 5 Years, Happy Christmas, Life After Beth, Mr. Right, the Pitch Perfect movies, and recently the Trolls movies. She seems to be very good, or someone, her publicist or someone, at picking franchises that keep making sequels. The fact that she got in on the Twilight movies and just did all 5 of them. In fact, she got in the Pitch Perfect movies and did 3 of them. The Trolls movies, which are up to 7 right now. Jessica Parker played the villain, Becca. She was in the 2 Santa Baby movies, Smallville, and recently was in the movie Camera and Good Bad Things. So, they're both still going strong. You got a good director, good actresses, good screenwriter, so typically you will get a good product. Not always, but that is the case here with Spirit Box. And unfortunately, I would have to say this is probably the last really high tier episode of Fear Itself. It is part of the 5 that were unaired. Does kind of go out with a whimper with the next and last 2 episodes, Echoes and The Circle. So for the next episode, Echoes, episode 12, and you do get some interesting flashback scenes where they go back into ye olden times and then they come back into modern times. So it's kind of interesting. Check out our playlist for all episodes of Fear Itself, Monsters, and Tales from the Dark Side in order. Because if you look at the main page of this channel, I'm aware it's kind of hard to figure out which ones are in order, but I just put them in the playlist.